Hey guys, welcome to Story Time with a Grown Woman. Swag and the W is silent. Thank you in advance on the intro, and we're going to get right into this. So, a lot of you have probably seen where Joe Smith, the ex-NBA star's wife, Keisha, has an OnlyFans that he didn't know anything about. There have been so many different conversations about this, and for the most part, people are calling her a 304 and saying she's for the streets. And no, it's very few people that are for this OnlyFans page that Keisha has. Well, I was on my uncle's page, Shannon Sharpe, NightCap, with Chad Ochocinco Johnson. And I didn't know they talked about this topic, but they did, and they had a very different approach than 97% of the bloggers on this YouTube space. And that response was similar to mine. So we're going to listen to a few clips, and then we're going to come back and talk about them.
Former adult actress who went by the name Yasmin Davis.
Oh, that's Yasmin?
Man, stop, Ocho.
Hey! But listen, I support it because listen, the key words to what she says, see, context clue that she just gave is, I've been talking to you and asking for solutions and you didn't help fix the problem. So what did she go do? Obviously, the solution or the problem was, it was money issues. Mm-hmm. So what did she have to go do? She went and started OnlyFans to make up for the solution or the problem that he couldn't fix. It's pretty simple. It ain't rocket science. That's what it is. And I can't even say that because when we talk about extra streams of income, you know.
Okay, first of all, we cannot ignore that Chad Johnson knew who Yasmin was. So Chad Johnson, he knew, he was like, that's Yasmin. But, you know, as they said, you know, as he said, that's an extra stream of income. And it was simple. This lady had a conversation with Joe, and he wasn't making things happen. They were having financial troubles, as I stated in my first initial video. They were having financial troubles, and she had to do what she had to do to make that money, to make it happen. And it's as simple as that. And it may not be the thing that you would do, but you can't deem it as so bad because it's something you wouldn't do. Maybe you don't look good enough to even have an OnlyFans. Maybe you know nobody will look at your OnlyFans, so you want to down her for what she does. Now, for me, as I stated, I'm not trying to see a 50-year-old. I'll support just to support, but I wouldn't just say, ooh, I just want to go look at it. Nah, that ain't for me. Just as Chad Johnson said, it's an extra stream of income, and we need that in this economy. So we're going to look at another clip where Shannon says, you know, when he met her, he knew what she was. And again, a lot of the bloggers are saying she was a 304, but no, she was a hustler when he met her.
I think here's the thing, Ocho. Joe, when you met her,
right,
what was she?
Oh, don't do that.
You must accept. No, do not accept the person as they are. Accept them as you find them, not as you wish them to be.
Ooh,
that's rule number one.
Come on, preacher.
A man or a woman as you find them, not as you wish them to be.
Mm-hmm.
You'll never have a problem.
Never.
Let's just say, for the sake of argument, if I date somebody, I don't got no problem.
Right.
But I understand that's what she did. Now, we're going to have a conversation. Okay, how much longer do you want to do this? And what do you hope to accomplish by doing this?
As he said, you can't expect anything else. If you accept a person for who they are and not for what you try to make them be, you will be a lot better off. And those are a lot. I mean, that's one. I can't stress that enough. I'm always telling you guys not to try to find something and just, go with the flow. It makes life so much easier. Having that conversation, as Shannon said, helps. And I, again, believe that this was staged. I think it's for publicity. They're trending, and she's getting people on her OnlyFans. She dropped all of her other businesses when she was talking to TMZ. So I think it worked, what they were trying to do. I think it worked. But you have those conversations with your guy. I wouldn't suggest that you do something behind that individual's back. I don't think Keisha did anything behind Joe's back. I think that they are in on this together. But if you do have a partner or a husband, and this is something that you're considering, ladies, I would not suggest that you just do it without them knowing.
Joe seems to have a problem because now everybody, y'all put it out there on social media, so we're going to talk about it. So now people are about to be in this business.
Marketing on her behalf, even if Joe is upset, because what's going to happen now? What is everybody going to do? Everybody going to want to go to her OnlyFans and see what's going on. Boom. You get your money. But again, and the funny thing about it, anybody that do OnlyFans, I support you. I'm not saying I'm paying to watch you, but I support you.
I ain't going to be looking.
Huh?
I ain't looking.
I support whatever you have to do, especially in this goddamn economy that we in right now.
Yeah.
Shit, man, whatever you got to do, as long as you ain't hurt nobody, do whatever you need to do to make your money.
So Shannon says, hey, Joe is more or less embarrassed. If this wasn't staged, he's more or less embarrassed at the fact that people know. But at the end of the day, y'all who like to get in my comments and tell me that things are not my business, and as I always say, if it's out there, it's my business. If it's public, it's my business. At the end of the day, and that's what Shannon was saying, hey, it's out there, and we're going to talk about it. Chad Johnson went on to say that it's good marketing. I said the same thing in one of mine. Like, she is probably getting so much traffic on her OnlyFans, so much traffic on all of her other businesses. She mentioned she had a dog walking business and some other things. So I think this was great marketing, and I agree with Chad Johnson. Again, ladies, this is not something that you would want to do behind your man's back. When I was married, I remember I wanted to stop working and pursue my business full time, but my husband told me no. A lot of the ladies in my ear or just in my circle were like, he's told you no. Yeah, he's not comfortable with me, just going out on a whim or a limb like that. And so I can't do it. I have to respect my husband's authority and his wishes. The minute you go outside of that, you gain turmoil in your home. And that's not what you want to do. You're no longer by yourself once you say I do, or once you cohabitate with someone. You're in a space together, you share a space together, and you two have to be on one accord. So yeah, I got a lot of slack when I respected what my ex-husband said, but at the end of the day, that's the only way to go. So I definitely would not suggest that this is done behind your husband or your partner's back. So many people, have told me in response to my comment, that I'm for the streets and that this is why you don't marry Western women, especially black women. Just a ton of things. But at the end of the day, hey, say what you want to say. I can't stop you, but I will say this: if your way of thinking is that narrow, you haven't experienced anything. And if something like this you don't understand, well, this might not be the channel for you. It may be too late for you to get some experience under your belt, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. Now I have to accept that not everyone has lived on this side of the spectrum. So I appreciate hearing Chad Johnson and Shannon Sharpe talk about this. I respect Shannon Sharpe to the fullest. I talk about him quite a bit on my other channel. And like I said, I respect him. And to hear him and Chad Johnson basically say the same thing that I said, it was refreshing to hear. And again, guys, there is so much more to OnlyFans than just having intercourse. There are so many fetishes out there, and I don't really talk about a lot of that stuff on my channel yet, but there are so many fetishes out there. You have people, guys, who want to just watch people eat. So how about thinking a little broader and gaining a little bit more information before, you know, you start to talk negative about someone? So let's talk about it in the comments, guys. Do you see this a little differently now that you've heard Shannon and Chad Johnson talk about it? As always, thank you so much for listening to Storytime with a Grown Woman. Swag and the W is silent. If you haven't, please make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification so you'll know when I upload a video. And as always, I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye.